Hey guys, Neely here. I was just sitting here in the Classic Metal Show studio checking out the website of our latest sponsor, Rock Gear. That's right, if you're a rock fan and you like to wear rock and roll memorabilia, Rock Gear is the place to go. They have a whole line of great merchandise over there that I think that anyone who is a fan of rock would appreciate. They have t-shirts of all your favorite bands, and every product in the store is officially licensed, so while you're shopping for your favorite band t-shirts online, you're supporting the bands. How great is that? And Rock Gear is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. If you're unhappy with any order, for any reason, you just got to contact them. They'll send you a replacement or refund your order. All you have to do is send an email to support@rockgear.store. And not only that, they offer free shipping on all orders in the U.S. over $35. Now, there's a value in itself. And speaking of value, Rock Gear is offering Classic Metal Show fans a 10% discount on your order if you use promo code Classic Metal. Now that's badass. So go over there to rockgear.store and make your order today. That's Hardline right here on your Classic Metal Show. That one going out to the recently deceased Tara Ferris.
Yeah, goodbye, Tara.
Goodbye, Tara, you hot cherry.
Right.
All right, Judge Akin, are you in the chambers?
Proceed.
All right, here we go.
Is that gum in your mouth, Donnie?
No.
You have a little crush on me?
No. Yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to say right now.
You know, I've been watching you all year, Donnie. When you hit that shot to beat Fairfield and you were jumping up and down in your little Larry Bird short shorts and sweating like a jar of pickles in the hot sun. God, that was so hot.
Is this really happening?
This is happening. It's happening right now in my office.
Okay, awesome. So I'm totally in. How do you want to do it? Because I made sex before lots of ways. So you want to go straight to hand jobs or eating me out or taking me from behind?
I'll teach you.
I'm a virgin.
All right, Judge Akin, we got a few cases on the docket that you need to rule on.
All right, I'm ready to rule.
All right, a New Jersey teacher accused of sending nude photos of herself and sexual messages to a student.
All right.
A 29-year-old Montgomery Township high school teacher has been charged with sending a 17-year-old student nude photos of herself and having sexually explicit conversations with him online.
All right, 29, 17, okay.
Michela, that's M-I-C-H-E-L-I-N-A. Michelle, I can't even say that. Michelina.
M-I-C-H-E-L-I-N-A?
Yes.
Michelina?
All right.
Eichel.
I think that's A-I-C-H-E-L-E.
Michelina Eichel?
Yeah. Nobody ever has a normal name these days in these stories, do they?
No. All right, let's throw her picture up.
She's an English teacher at the school of 6 years, and she was arrested after the teenager told police about the photos and chats he received over several months, according to the Somerset County prosecutor's office.
Sounds like someone failed a test.
Yeah, or his parents found out and said, you need to tell the prosecutor exactly what she did.
Yeah. Okay.
So did you find Michelina's?
I did. I put her picture in the chat.
All right. The high school teacher contacted police Thursday to report sexually inappropriate communications between a teacher and a male student.
Okay.
The Montgomery Township Police interviewed the student, who also provided details of sexually explicit conversations that the defendant, Akin, engaged in with him through a social media site and email. The social media, I am telling you, this is the downfall of this country. I absolutely hate the social media.
I would have never guessed.
Akin, of Hillsborough, was arrested Friday. Robertson said she was charged with second-degree endangering the welfare of a child.
That child was not endangered.
Akin was making, wow, look at this. She was making $72,500 as a teacher at Montgomery High School, according to state records. Her LinkedIn profile states that she's been teaching English at the high school since April of 2012.
Right.
School officials declined to comment on Tuesday as of late, as Tuesday morning. Akin's name remained on the school's English department webpage under the heading Department Faculty. Anyone with information on this alleged crime is asked to call the prosecutor's office.
Okay. So is that it?
That is all.
That's all the evidence you have?
It does not say that she had any physical contact. She just, shared some naked pussy pics and said, I want to suck your dick.
Okay. Well, I think I can rule with the evidence we have.
All right. Well, let me get the ruling here, the ruling bumper.
Yeah, let me get the ruling bumper.
Okay.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
So funny. All right. Now, this was not discussed in the evidence that you presented, but I did some additional evidence seeking here by looking over her pictures online.
Okay.
And she's very hit or miss look-wise. Her mugshot is actually pretty good. She's kind of hot in the mugshot. But then there's pictures of her hanging out that she's really not very attractive. Like, she has too skinny of a nose, and her nose kind of looks almost sunken in on the sides in some of these pictures. That hurts her. That does hurt her. And another thing that actually hurts her is this one picture that she posted where she calls herself the selfie queen. That she's got to do time for that alone.
Right.
I know that wasn't initially part of the charges that we were bringing against her, but I'm adding the charge of being self-absorbed as the selfie queen. And she's guilty of that. So, given that, I mean, the evidence is clear. The evidentiary portion says, for the most part, not guilty. 17-year-old kid can see his teacher's pussy. And if she wants to suck his cock, go ahead. It's probably better than the kid going the other way. And, what would you rather? A 29-year-old sucking a 17-year-old's dick or a 14-year-old sucking a 17-year-old's dick? Because the 17-year-old could go either way, right? Sure,
absolutely.
The 17-year-old could go find himself a 13-year-old freshman and stick his dick right square in her fucking gullet. And I think that would be worse than the 29-year-old sucking his cock. Wouldn't you think?
You would think, yes.
So I'm gonna go light on the sentence here. She didn't actually act on it, so that all by itself, all she did was send some pictures and some dirty talk. But she is kind of strange looking, in and out of pretty. Her tits are just fucking a disaster. Just nothing going on in the tit. She's almost a boy, so it's almost gay sex. So
right.
Got to be a penalty for that. So overall, given all the evidence you presented, plus the additional evidence that I found, I want her to do, I'm going to say a year hard time.
Wow. Okay.
Just 1 year.
1 year hard time.
Hard time. Yeah.
Just for texts.
Yeah. I don't like that selfie queen thing.
Okay.
She should be raped in prison and rape that right out of her.
All right.
That's my ruling.
Okay.
Here's the next case on the docket.
All right.
A smiling teacher pleads guilty to romping with a pupil.
Mm-hmm.
A married teacher who grinned in her mugshot has pleaded guilty to having sex with one of her pupils.
Okay.
At the time, her lawyer, Jason Nassour, said she was smiling because she knows she's innocent after the picture went viral. This isn't a guilty person sitting there like they just got caught when everything's fleshed out. Interesting choice of words.
Fleshed out.
It won't be as it appears. Okay. But now, Sarah Falkes, it's Sarah, S-A-R-A-H,
okay.
Falkes, F-O-W-L-K-E-S.
That's Folks.
Is that how you say that?
I think so. Yeah. All right, now we're talking about somebody that I like.
28, who taught biology at Lockhart High School in Texas, has submitted a guilty plea to a judge for a deal which would allow her to avoid jail.
She should have waited for the Judge Akin.
She was arrested in March last year for allegedly having sexual contact with intent to arouse or gratify the sexual desires of a 17-year-old student.
How old is she again?
She is 28.
28 and married?
Yes.
Can't say that that's shocking. Look at those tits. All right. Don't mind jerking off while you read.
If the plea is accepted, Folks could skip jail altogether. Mm-hmm. She would serve 4 years deferred adjudication, surrender her teacher license, and pay a fine. It could take 8 weeks for the plea to be accepted. Should Judge Akin decline to accept the terms, Mr. Nassour said Folks would withdraw the plea. Folks was suspended from her post and could spend 20 years behind the bars, the maximum sentence of an improper relationship between an educator and a student. A member of the school staff contacted the police about the inappropriate relationship between the student and a teacher on March 10th, according to the Houston Chronicle. Police said their relationship was of a sexual nature, which examining messages exchanged between Folks and the student. School superintendent said Lockhart's parents entrusted their children to us every day, and it's something we do not take lightly. Student safety is the district's most important priority. As soon as we learned of the report, we acted swiftly to involve law enforcement to conduct a thorough investigation. The district does not and will not tolerate an improper communication or contact between a teacher and a student.
Yeah.
Folks, who has been married since 2013, is reported to have said she had high expectations of herself as a teacher on her profile page on the school's website, which has since been deleted. Folks allegedly wrote, "I have very high expectations of myself as a teacher as well as my students, and I hope that this will be a formula for achieving orgasm, that is.
Yeah, damn right.
I want this to be an enjoyable year, a very pleasurable year, as all students, for all my students, but also a productive, challenging, and encouraging year with success for everyone." Lockhart Detective Jesse Bell told local news 17 years old is obviously older, but at that same time, it doesn't make any more right. If the kid is in school, parents trust the school to take care of their kids, so it's definitely not right that a teacher in her position of power over a student be able to take advantage of that student.
All right.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
There is no possible way that this kid complained about fucking this teacher.
Well, he didn't. It was another faculty member that discovered the relationship and blew the whistle, more or less.
So, in other words, a teacher that wanted to fuck her and couldn't complained about this teacher. She, of all the cases that we've adjudicated
Yes.
on the show, she is probably the hottest, at least in my taste. Maybe people have a different taste. She could very well be the most perfect chick we have ever seen in the teacher fucking.
Okay.
She's perfect. She's got big tits. She's little. I like that. She's probably about 5'2", 5'3".
Right. She's petite, but she's very built.
Petite with some big old fucking tits.
Right.
Love that. And look at did you see the picture where her tit is half hanging out?
Yeah, with her friends.
No, one where she's just smiling.
Oh, I there's one where she's got her arms around like two other girls and they're like out there having fun.
Let me put this one right in the chat room here because this is the picture. This is the picture that is going a long way in the in her case with Judge Akin. Look at that.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she's kind of like that Alyssa Cuthbert or whatever her name is.
Alicia Cuthbert, yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of like that.
She does look a lot like Alicia Cuthbert.
Yeah. Eddie Rocks has a similar photo up above.
Same photo session.
Same shirt.
Yeah. I got to say this too. And I'm going to put this picture next in the chat room. Because I'm doing some, like with the last case, I have to do some additional, searching for evidence here. This is such a fucking turn on. I can't even believe I legitimately am ready to spank my cock right now looking at this. And it's not even a super sexual picture. But you know what I really like in this photo? In her mugshot, she looks like she's giggling. She doesn't look like she's sad.
Well, that's her. According to her lawyer, the reason she's doing that is because she's innocent.
I love that. I love that. I love the confidence that she knows all she did was fuck somebody and fuck them well. I love that. First of all, 1,000% not guilty. There's no guilt in this sentencing at all. I would like to make her the ambassador of her city's Me Too movement. I would like her to be, I would like her to continue teaching. And what I would like her to teach is I would like her to teach young ladies how to behave.
Right.
That's her. She has now become the high school's professor of women's behavior. So not guilty, and new positions as leader of the Me Too movement and the professor of women's behavior.
Okay.
She's hot. Holy motherfuck, is she hot?
All right, next.
You should have held that one for last.
Well, I was just going through these because so many of them come in over the last few weeks.
Right, okay.
A Texas high school teacher who admitted to having sex and smoking marijuana with a 15-year-old male student broke down in tears on Thursday during her sentencing.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you the sentence because I want to see what you come up with.
Okay.
Michelle Schiffer, 24. That's Michelle, Schiffer.
Michelle Schiffer.
24, taught world history in the Cypress Fairbanks Independent School District until last year when she was accused of hooking up with a student at least twice during the summer of 2017.
Well, I got news for you, Michelle. You are really going to pay the price for following after Sarah. Holy shit. Talk about the polar opposite.
Cypress Springs High School principal Cheryl Henry learned of Schiffer's alleged sexual misconduct from a student tipster In November of 2017, the anonymous source told Henry that the purported victim was Schiffer's former student, according to the court documents. While under investigation, the school district placed the teacher on administrative leave. In Breitbart, Texas, Schiffer and the male victim, then 15 years old, met up at an area Chick-fil-A restaurant, and later the pair had sex at a friend's apartment. In a second meeting, Schiffer picked up the student at a local park where the two drove around and smoked marijuana. Then Schiffer pulled over on a neighborhood street where the two kissed and had sexual intercourse. Investigators interviewed Schiffer and the teenager separately. Reportedly, both confessed to the sexual activity and the pot smoking. Right. Originally, in late November, Schiffer was charged with having an improper relationship between the educator and a student, as well as sexual assault of a child. Then in May, she formally admitted to having sex and smoking marijuana with the teenage boy. As part of an agreement, Schiffer pleaded guilty to one count of improper relationship and second-degree felony. Last month, Schiffer was back in court. She appeared before Harris County State District Judge Akin. The former teacher's friends and family pleaded for leniency. They said Schiffer suffered from depression and stopped taking her meds, which she became inappropriately involved with a 15-year-old. At the time, defense attorney Grant Shiner argued probation was an appropriate punishment for his client. However, prosecutor Keaton Forch disagreed. This isn't a heat of the moment thing, he said. This was over a series of months with a different student. Forch and Schiffer texted other students and sent them topless photos of herself.
Nice.
During her sentencing on Thursday, Schiffer began to cry after the judge announced her punishment. It's unclear when she may be eligible for parole. Michelle and her family are disappointed with the outcome so far, and she accepts responsibility for what she's done. Michelle is prepared to serve her sentence and hopes the complainant and his family can forgive her. So, here we go.
All right.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
And I'm trying to get a beat on this chick. She's not ugly per se. I don't know what is she? Plain?
Yeah, she's a plain Jane.
She's just plain. And her face looks like she got it mushed in a fucking something, like a box or something. Like they pushed her face in to flatten it out or something. I don't know. She banged out a 15-year-old. How old is this one again?
How old is she? She's 24.
20. So that's not that big of a difference. 9 years. Her face, I'm not so hot on. She does seem to have some big old fucking titties. At least in the one picture that I'm looking at. Looks like she's got a good set of tits. Looks like she's got pointy ones, too. Those old-fashioned pointy tits. That's a positive move. Jesus. She's got to do some time, but I don't think a lot. I think the kid probably enjoyed the fact that he banged this broad. You know, so... Man, this is a tough one.
Wow. Judge Akin is perplexed.
I'm going to say, given it's only 9 years and, probably this 15-year-old has certainly loved banging this 24-year-old with big old fucking tits, I'm going to say 6 months probation, but she can be out. And she can reduce that to 3 months if she admits to titty fucking the kid.
You were much more lenient than the other judge.
Yeah. Why? What did he give her?
8 years.
8 years.
She got 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, 8 years. Holy smokes. I only gave her 3 months.
All right. Well, we'll see how you rule on this next one.
Yeah.
Teacher caught having car sex with a boy after his mom finds dirty Snapchat messages.
I thought those were supposed to disappear.
Erica, E-R-I-C-A, Dinora, D-I-N-O-R-A, Gomez.
Okay.
She's got 3 names.
Yeah.
23. Had sex with the...
Spell her name again? It didn't come up.
It's Erica, Dinora, D-I-N-O-R-A, Gomez, G-O-M-E-Z.
Let's see what we got. All right. Jesus, dude. All right. I know I'm taking a lot of heat in the chat room. People saying that I've fucking lost it here. If they fucking try and tell me that this is a good-looking girl, I'm going to tell them to fucking go fuck themselves a guy. This chick looks like a dude. She looks... This picture here, she looks like she should have a bridle in her mouth and somebody riding on her back. The fuck out of here with this. Jesus Christ.
Erica Dinora Gomez, 23, had sex with the boy between 4 and 6 times over several months. The boy's mom found out about the relationship by checking his phone while he slept.
All right. How old is she?
She's 23.
Okay, and how old is the kid again?
The kid is, let me see here. It doesn't say right off how old the kid is.
All right. Okay.
Oh, 15-year-old.
15 and she's 30?
She's 23.
Same thing. She looks 30.
Okay. It is reported she found sexual messages sent to her son by this woman on Snapchat. The messages were sent by a Snapchat user with the name Special.
Wow.
But when the mom tapped in the real name, it was revealed that it was Eric Adinora.
Okay.
Adinora, whatever.
Eric
The message allegedly talk of fun in the back seat. Another is reported to have read, "Babe, we've had car sex twice. Like, that blows my mind. Laugh out loud."
So this adult wrote that to a kid?
That's what it says.
Who's the adult that's banging her? That a fucking 15-year-old is banging her better in a car.
Well, no, the teacher sent that to the kid.
That's what I'm saying. So who is the guy? What adult is banging her that he's not as good as a 15-year-old in a car?
I don't know.
Jeez.
The disgraced math tutor was promptly fired from the Bowie High School in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
She faces prison time for sexual assault of a child and improper relationship between an educator and a student. Her bail has been set at $75,000. Austin police said both Gomez and the student admitted to the relationship. Austin Police Child Abuse Unit Detective Brandon Poe said, I did interview her and there was a confession. The confession corroborated the information that has been provided by the victim. She also did corroborate that there is no concern for the other victim. We have not seen any evidence to support that anybody else was involved in this. According to her social media, Gomez graduated from the University of Texas last year. She is said to have met the student in January, but their sexual relationship did not start until August, according to the arrest report.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm ready to roll.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
Now, I would like to start off my evidentiary findings as stating that there's no way you can come out of this clean when Google can't figure it. When you type in the person's name into Google and it puts up a couple pictures of her and it can't figure out that she's not also Dennis Franz or fucking Mr. Spock in a Nazi helmet. Those all came up in the same search. So that alone tells you what a beast this is. And I definitely want to accentuate the word beast here. She is really fucking dog ugly. She's a fucking mutt. I mean, really.
She's a beast, huh?
She's a beast. And I think because of that, I have to not only convict her to the harshest sentence of sexual misconduct with a minor, but fucking forcing a minor into bestiality. She is terrible.
So she was in the pup play?
Pup play? She's horseplay is more like it. You just stretched her big old fucking gum face out a little bit. She would look like fucking Mr. Ed or Sarah Jessica Parker.
All right.
Ugh, she is fucking disgusting. So she gets 30 years.
Wow.
For fucking the kid, for the sexual misconduct of a minor.
Okay.
Because Lord knows this kid is damaged.
All right.
And then she gets another 30 years to be served consecutively, not concurrently, for making him okay to fuck an animal. That's my ruling.
Wow.
60 years.
Oh, wow. 60 years.
30 and 30.
All right. Well, we got two more on the docket. Are you up for that?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Authorities arrested an Alabama high school teacher Wednesday, accusing her of committed 12 sex crimes against 3 different students.
Wow.
Police charged Ashley Nicole Maddox. That is Ashley, Nicole, Maddox, Moddox, 31.
All right. She's a dude. What I give the last one 30? 60? All right, now I know my starting point.
All right.
Oh, my God.
With 2 Class C felony counts and 10 Class A misdemeanors. Maddox, who is married and has a son, taught Algebra 1 and Algebra Essentials at the Chilton County High School.
Do we have the husband's name so I can sentence him as well?
What amazes me is these chicks are always married.
Well, how did this one find a husband? Jesus.
Chilton County High School administrators had investigated Maddox for an administrative matter, but turned over their investigation to a school resource officer once criminal allegations against her came to light. Police then launched an investigation into the allegations in which the student told authorities that Maddox subjected them to inappropriate and illegal sexual contact.
Mm-hmm.
The deputy district attorney added that the alleged sex crimes took place over several months. Authorities have not made public the details of their alleged crimes.
Yeah.
Police arrested Maddox and booked her into the Chilton County Jail Wednesday morning. Officials released her several hours later after she posted a $17,000 bond. Maddox faces multiple charges, including 2 counts of school employees having sex with an underage student, 2 counts of school employees soliciting sex with an underage student, 4 counts of school employee distributing obscene material to a student, and 4 counts of aiding the delinquency of a minor.
Wow.
Teachers who have been caught having sex with students they have taught have received stiff penalties for their crimes. In September, Judge Akin sentenced a Texas high school teacher to 8 years in prison for having sex and smoking marijuana with a 15-year-old student.
That wasn't Judge Akin.
No, that was the one you gave only 6 months probation.
That's right.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
Well, I would sentence her to death by hanging, but I don't think that you could construct a gallows and use a chain without it snapping. So I don't know how to sentence this one. I mean, first of all, did you see the picture of her holding up the sign?
Yeah, the Chilton County Jail sign.
You notice how the sign is leaning back a little bit?
Yeah, so she's
a fatso.
So she's a pork on the hoof as far as you're concerned.
But she's also a flatso.
Right.
She doesn't have big tits. She's got flat tits on a fat body.
And not only that, but I think she's got a big ass tattoo on her right arm.
On her right arm?
Yeah, look at her right arm.
Like a Popeye thing. Yeah. No, that's a T-shirt. I think that's a T-shirt.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because if you look just under, like right above the sign.
Okay.
You can see a little bit of the T-shirt.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
It is a T-shirt.
All right.
So we'll take that back, but yeah, you know what? If you just pushed her nose back, she's the spitting image of Miss Piggy. I mean, she's 5'5", 360. You know, and somebody's first sexual experience is with that. I guess in a way that might be positive because they can only go up.
Right.
So maybe that's a positive that their first sexual I got to consider that. If Nikki Maddox was my first sexual experience, would it have ruined me? Or would it have made me so much happier when I got a real chick? I'd have been fucking devastated. I'd have thought that was the best I could do. All right. She's got to get death penalty.
Wow.
There's no other way. 12 counts? She wrecked 12 kids, dude. Looking like that. Can you just imagine pushing those legs back and digging your hands into her legs to push them back and just kind of mushing all over your hands? Just no. Death. And whatever the worst way possible is. By stitching up her vagina until she overflows and explodes. She needs to be put down.
All right.
Death penalty.
All right. Wow. All right. One more.
All right.
This one will make you feel a little better, I think.
Okay.
A British escort who slept with a boy 14 in the U.S. is forced to register as a sex offender.
Okay.
A British escort convicted of sleeping with a 14-year-old boy in the U.S. was today ordered to register as a sex offender after being booted out of the country.
Well, okay.
Vice girl Sarah McGill, McGill, 28, reportedly took the lad's virginity in Florida after he found her escort profile online and paid her $339 euro for the romp. I'm going to do the math here.
So he paid her?
Yeah, she's an escort.
All right, but he paid her.
Right.
Not like his dad or something.
It's $445.92 US. So
Dude.
almost $500.
You know what? I might have to find him guilty of not shopping around.
Right.
Jeez.
Blonde McGill from Scotland, who was found guilty of lewd and lascivious battery, known as statutory rape in the UK, after having sex with the boy in Orlando's Courtyard Marriott Hotel in August. And now she has been ordered to sign the sex offenders register during a brief hearing at the magistrate's court in West London. Chairing the bench, Lynn Green granted a police application to put McGill on the register. Detective constables told the court there was a conviction that would have been a relevant offense in the country outside the UK.
Right.
The court heard McGill, who did not attend today's hearing after she returned to the UK earlier this week, was not objecting to the application to put her on the register for 7 years. McGill, who uses the escort name Sophia Bell, was arrested after the boy's father discovered the romp and they phoned the police. She was allegedly busted with another client by cops investigating the claim. In a tearful confession, McGill said she had been traveling alone in the United States as a tourist and hadn't known the boy was underage. But she admitted there is truth in the boy's claim she was a prostitute. She told police, he wanted to touch me. We were talking and one thing led to another. That was it. I wish that I never took him upstairs. I feel like such an idiot. After having sex, the victim said that he paid McGill the money as a donation, but said he had only had sex with McGill because of peer pressure to lose his virginity. McGill said so-and-so was arrested on September 1st while trying to fly back to Britain from Orlando over a probation breach. She was then deported back to Britain after spending time in the Glades County Detention Center in Moorhaven, Florida. An American immigration official said she was removed to her home country. Today's hearing was listed as an application of a notification order on the grounds that you have to have been convicted of a relevant offense naming sexual activity with a male under age of 16.
Okay. All right.
It's time for sentencing from Judge Akin.
This is a fairly tough one, for a lot of reasons. Number one, tiny tits aside, she's got a pretty rocking body.
Okay.
So you really can't fault the kid for fucking her. But I have a lot of questions that are unanswered by the article, by the evidence that you presented. Specifically, why couldn't this kid with $480 give half of that to some other 14-year-old to suck his cock? Are you going to tell me that there's not one 14-year-old in his school that would fuck him for $240? I mean, really? What would you have done in high school for $240? Certainly would have fucked another girl your age, wouldn't you?
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. So there's some weirdness there. He must be really fucked up looking. That he has no either that or he's just a spoiled bitch and he has no confidence at all, and his dad just lets him fucking run wild with money.
Well, I just want to know where a kid that age gets almost $500.
Yeah, to spend on a whore. Well, anywhere, I guess, but certainly to spend on a whore. I find it odd that they blurred her face out in the pictures of her, like in all the hot gear.
Yeah.
But not in all the other gear. Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Her face looks, I don't know, like Joan Rivers' face right before she died. Kind of. She's got an odd face. But wow, this is a tough one. As much, I think I have to go not guilty, even though I don't find her super, super hot.
Right.
I have to go not guilty because he paid her. He bought that pussy.
He did.
So, he bought the pussy. She just delivered the goods. As far as I'm concerned, she should not be a sex offender. I mean, well, maybe I guess she could have said no, but I'm not gonna give her the Scarlet S. I'm gonna give her a not guilty, but I still want her out of the country. So there we go. Not guilty, but deported.
All right.
There you go. That's my ruling.
Good enough. All right. I think that's going to wrap up the show.
Yeah. All right. That was quick.
So, anyway, Judge Akin has ruled.
And now Judge Akin's going to go jerk his dick to Sarah Folks.
Right.
What a stunner she is. Jesus.
Too funny.
Yep.
All right, man. I want to thank our guest tonight.
Yes.
Eric Ferentinos, who, of course, is the guitarist for Stephen Pearcy. The new Stephen Pearcy is due out November 9th on Frontiers Records.
That's right.
View to a Thrill. So go pick that up. And then, of course, I want to thank our friend Mark Eglinton, who seems to know a little bit about our show.
Oh, yeah, he listens.
And he's got a new book out with Judas Priest.
He does. It is called Heavy Duty Days and Nights in Judas Priest.
All right. So, anyway, go pick that thing up because that is out as well.
Yes.
And I think that's it, right?
Yeah. Next week, Joe Cleon is going to be here with us at midnight to do spooky backwards masking stuff. He's got like a whole thing that he wants to do. And I'm like, hey, cool. Put it together.
All right.
That'll be fun.
Sounds like it to me. All right.
Yep.
Well, we're going to be back next Saturday. We will do this thing all over again. And as Judge Akin says, and in honor of Mark Eglinton, I'm going to leave you with some Judas Priest, some Delivering the Goods.
There you go. Perfect.
All right. Well, here it is. We're going to get out of here. We'll be back next Saturday. This is Neely along with my very good friend,
Chris Akin.
And we are gone.
Bye, kids.
Hey, it's Chris Akin from the Classic Metal Show. We have tons of friends that are musicians, and what they care about most is their gear. If you are a gearhead, then you need to be shopping at Amplified Parts. They have everything from amplifier parts to speakers to effects pedals and more, with some of the best prices out there today. Visit them online at amplifiedparts.com or give them a call at 480-296-0890 and let them fill all of your gear needs today. When your gear is important, only shop with the best, Amplified Parts.